And it's not fair at all. I agree 1,000%. But we told you this. Like, I mean, I told you the grass was green and you said no, nigga, it's yellow. Okay, so this is what you gotta deal with. Yo, what's going on, family? It's your boy Bolo, and I'm coming to you with another video for educational purposes only. And we're talking about trans women in sports again. In the biological women's sports again, rather. And the reason I'm talking about this again, because I want to reiterate my point, is that you need to stop feeling bad for these women, guys. I'm going to let this woman say her piece. And then I'm going to bring up why I don't feel bad, and I haven't felt bad for a while now.
The difference at Olympic level in sport is between about 10 and 30%. So something like middle distance running is 10%. Weightlifting is up there at 30%. So the more explosive an event is, the more the difference between male and female biology. Something like high jump, long jump, quite explosive, about 20, 22%. A male at equal weight will hit 160% harder than a female. And that's on.
I hope you heard that, ladies. She's coming with facts right now. Facts that we've been saying for a long time, but you decided to ignore and stick your fingers in your ear and act like they didn't exist because of your brainwashing.
To a female bone structure, which is less dense. Women have a bigger Q angle because of the size of our hips. So that means that we end up with 6 times more knee injuries in things like football, because we obviously have this angle. But it means that a male will have more ability to put power through their legs on things like sprinting, on striding, on a bike in particular. It's a big advantage. So these are all things that reducing testosterone makes no difference to whatsoever.
Okay, that being said, and I'm going to say it again, I've been saying it for years, ladies, you got to live and sleep in the bed you made. Men for years have been telling you trans women are not women. And now, to be fair, I will be fair, there are some women that even back then were saying, look, this isn't good. They are not women, they are men masquerading as women. But here's the problem. They were vastly outnumbered, and other women were helping shut them down. So my point stands anyway. This is the bed you made, and now you got to lay in it. Got to get a nice nap, because people do not learn from advice. Most people anyway. Most people learn from experience. So the only way you're going to learn from your mistakes is by getting punched in the face, getting out jumped and outlifted. Okay? And I'm going to show you some examples. So right here, this is a women's march from 2018. Women's march.
At RI Jobs with Justice. Is it Zay? Z. Z has fought alongside DARE and PRISM to implement the Community Safety Act here in Providence. Is fighting a fight that is still ongoing.
Providence, Rhode Island, I believe. Yes.
He also writes and performs poetry, exploring the experience of being a black trans woman in a post-racial and potentially
black trans woman guest speaker at a women's march. Okay? This is Women's March 6 years ago. So this is after the whole Trump thing, as you can see with the pussy hats. This is a women's march. Trans author and activist as a guest speaker. I am my sister's keeper. And look who's clapping for these motherfuckers. Look who's clapping for these fools. It was y'all. It was y'all.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here not merely to gather, but to move.
Right? Y'all was sitting there in solidarity, lockstep. Men suck. All that bullshit. And now you're getting punched in the mouth. You're losing all your records. Everything's getting destroyed because you wanted it. Now, all of a sudden, out the woodwork, you got all these young girls. It's not fair that, all these big men are pretending to be women and beating us. You asked for it. I don't feel bad at all. I don't feel bad at all. Now, I will agree and say it's complete bullshit that they're competing with you. I will, and it's not fair at all. I agree 1,000%. But we told you this. Like, I mean, I told you the grass was green and you said no, nigga, it's yellow. Okay, so this is what you gotta deal with. Okay? And then was it BLM? The Black Lesbians Matter right here movement? They started co-op, all of a sudden went from black men getting killed to all of a sudden there was chant about save trans women, black trans lives. Okay? It was y'all. Okay, so I don't feel bad anymore. It is what it is. I'm gonna just let it. I'm more of the type to just let it play out. I'm tired of faking the outrage and oh my God, it's not fair. We all know it's not fair. Anyone with a brain knows it's not fair. But just like when a rebellious child, wants to sneak out the house and all this other stuff, they got to learn the hard way sometimes. You can't save everybody. Sometimes they have to save themselves. They have to be put in a situation where they have to save themselves. And now women are starting to actually have to come to grips with the decisions they made. Okay? And I can remember one young lady in particular that I followed on Instagram. It was still cool to this day. But I remember around 2016-ish when Trump was, being elected or shortly after, she would talk to me about how women and men were equal, even on the playing field. And she brought up the Billie Jean King, that woman that beat the old guy that was like 50 something years old on a walker. And she said, look, this is proof that men and women are, equal. Now she's singing a totally different tune. Now she's literally against all the trans stuff in women's sports. When she was all with it. She was all down with it, man. It's crazy to see, the 180 that they're doing, which I'm happy. To be honest, I am happy that they are finally starting to wake up, but they've already put in all these laws. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done to undo the damage. So I'm just going to sit back with popcorn, watch another woman's record get broken, watch another really good female athlete get absolutely demolished by a man that decided, I'm going to LARP as a woman for a while, because they were the ones saying trans women are real women. So when you sing that credo over and over and over, you've emboldened, you've empowered those people to feel that way. They are not wrong to feel like they should be in your sports according to your words. That's the problem. They are like 2% of the population, maybe? By numbers, they themselves have no political power at all. The only way they could have all these big marches, get legislation in their favor, actually get on these teams is with support by somebody. And it wasn't by us. You ain't gonna see no straight dudes yelling this shit. Maybe a few cucks, with they super leftist wives or whatever. But outside of that, it's gonna be gay men and women. Those are the ones that align themselves. And now you gotta pay. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts on the comments below. And I'm out.